Subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to never miss a video from us.
Hello and welcome to the Expert Interview Series, and today we have with us Ms. Shweta, Vora, a distinguished leader and founder of Zillionite, a renowned leadership development firm. Shweta is celebrated as one of LinkedIn's top voice of 2024 and has a profound impact on shaping visionary leaders among driven entrepreneurs and students. With a rich career that spans prestigious organizations like CRISIL, JP Morgan, and Deutsche Bank, Shweta brings invaluable insights into the finance sector. Additionally, as a corporate trainer, she has empowered over 50 firms in Mumbai and has provided consulting to numerous family owned businesses. Welcome to the Expert Interview Series, Shweta, and hope our viewers get to learn from your experiences.
Thank you, Pooja, for the lovely introduction. I have my background in hardcore finance. I have got a degree in MBA in finance, and then I worked with a lot of finance companies and banks. I was always, enjoying finance, but there was something in education field which was, which I was always inclined to. I had got an opportunity to be a visiting faculty at Bombay Stock Exchange and to be a knowledge partner at, one of the sister concerns of Mithibai, which is in Mumbai, which is Harkis and Mehta, for their mass media course. I was liking the work which I was doing, but this was loving it and it was coming naturally to me. And I felt education itself has to be transformative because learn with fun was missing, practical examples were missing, and most importantly, what works for students, what is best for students, that was missing. So that is where I felt there is a big gap, and that is what helped me to understand that we need to have personalized impact. We need to have personalized strategies. We have to solve problems which are real in nature, which are complex in nature. So that's where Zillionite took place, and that is where we are creating our own stage. So in Zillionite, we are actually, as I said, we are into leadership training. So we provide this via three modes. First mode is books. So in books also there are two formats. First is self-leadership books, because you don't need to wait for a certain title, power or position to become a leader. You can become a leader with, a mindset. So how to build that mindset? So that is self-leadership. And then for business leadership, if you're an entrepreneur, you will want to make a brand, you would want to build a team, you would want to, have a USP of your product or service. So how to go about that? All that in a methodological format is in a book format. The second vertical is workshop. So in the workshop, we cover, let's say, a finance workshop is there. So in a finance workshop, we cover the fundamentals of finance and then make an absolutely customized strategy for you and your business pertaining to that workshop. So that is where it will really create an impact. And the last, which we are launching, is our experiential learning batch, where we are going to, the whole idea is that, if you play more in play field, I mean, if you sweat more in play field, you bleed less in battlefield, right? So that is why we want to ensure that people don't learn by hard experiences, but they understand by, scenario planning and a lot of other simulation activities. And that is where we are having this game changer program, which we are going to launch in the month of August. So when I started, I was a forced entrepreneur because the field which I am into is not only finance. Finance is just one part of it. I come from a hardcore finance background, and now I'm a trainer. I'm a leadership trainer. So I was a forced entrepreneur because that was the only way to do it. And maybe I was reading a lot of economic times, which kind of brainwashed me to become an entrepreneur. But I think I found my calling. Now I have a very clear purpose, and now I'm a very driven entrepreneur because I understand, what I can create, how much impact I can create for my clients, and it really has, a long-lasting effect for me, for my clients, for the clients. It's an entire ecosystem which comes into play. Any decision which I, help them take, that decision affects not only them, their team, their organization, and sometimes even their competitors. So it's an entire society which gets impacted. So I feel that is where it's really a game changer. There are a lot of qualities to become a leader. Lot. You can talk about it. There are 17 to 20 qualities which comprises to become a leader. But one quality which makes a true leader is you have to have a spine. You have to have a courage. You need to really stand up for either a decision you make or some cause you believe in and take action. You have to stand up for it. Or whether you're fighting for something, you are stepping back from something, you have to have a spine. It's a simple thing. I mean, it's a spineless world, and people who have spine are leaders. As simple as that.
Wow, very beautifully put. I mean, very well said.
And this is what I have observed, because you cannot define somebody who has, just a title that you are a CEO or you are, a president of a particular company. That does not, I think that's a very small, a very limiting factor. You can find, leaders in every nook and corner who have spine, and you can recognize them. They don't need to go with a board. See, today, as I said, we are in a knowledge era. Knowledge is not an issue. Wisdom is an issue. How to connect the dots, most importantly, how to connect the dots for ourselves. Knowledge is for the world. People who are working, they are working for a company, they are working for others. For that, they are all set, they are all prepared. But what works for me in my life? How should I build my mindset? How do I deal with my crisis? How do I deal with my failures? That is a challenge which everybody is facing, especially an entrepreneur, because for an entrepreneur, the fear of failure is very high.
Okay.
Crisis, it's an everyday affair. So all of these is very important. In fact, there is a research which says that by the year 2050, the biggest problem which is going to face the entire population globally, it is depression. It is depression and anxiety. I mean, why is that so? Because people have so limiting belief. They keep on doubting themselves. They are not sure. They are doing things. They are doing things technically. They are all technically right, but in their lives they are messed up, they are lonely, they have relationship issues, health issues. So all of this is what is causing a challenge. So for that, how we help the emerging leaders is to connect the dots, ensure it's a holistic growth, ensure that it's not just, of course, you're growing financially in your career, but that is one aspect. The other aspects also, your health, your relationships, your mental peace, all of this is very important. So how to have a holistic growth, that's what is the challenge which the emerging leader is facing, and they have to find a strategic solution for themselves. See, we are industry agnostic. I have worked with 50 different industries. So the fundamentals remain the same. The fundamentals will not change. So if I talk in finance parlance, how to save a rupee or how to make a rupee, that does not change. It is technically they are all very sound, but how we bring the fundamentals in place, that is what we help them with. So let's say if we understand that how to grow your revenue, how to increase your profit, how to decrease your cost, how to have your cash inflows very strong. All of these are fundamentals, and it's absolutely personalized. The USPs, we are personalized, so we work with the business and more importantly with the entrepreneur. So the style of entrepreneurship is definitely a dominating factor. Like, how is your mindset? Like, let's say you are a morning person or an evening person. You like speed, or you like to you have an eye for detail. So accordingly the entire strategy is built accordingly. So it has to work. The idea is not to have a theoretical idea. The idea is to put the strategy into practice from the word go. So the most important thing which we see in leadership, in fact, there is a research which says that the number one quality which is going to be in demand is not AI, not digital marketing skills. It is your communication skills. Now you will say communication skills, but communication is not just talking. Communication is also about building empathy, listening. All of these is part of communication, which requires a lot of patience, right? So listening to your clients, listening to your team, listening to the market, what is the market fit, listening to what you really want, as what is your passion, what is your calling. All of this is part of your leadership skills. So the biggest thing which we are looking at is that leadership is going to be of paramount importance, but leadership is not going to be for only few. As we see, more and more organizations are having flat hierarchy. More and more you find people even in smaller of the roles, smallest of the roles, are taking leadership positions, and they are rewarded. And that is how it will be in future. So it is how passionate you are, how much you can show, the spine, what you believe in and deliver on it, and how holistic you are. So today you are not going to, if somebody is just rich but not healthy, is that person really successful? Not really, right? So you're looking at somebody who is, having an overall growth for themselves, who can bring that kind of growth for everyone. That is what we are looking at. So if you see, Zerodha had introduced, I think last year, one of their parameters for bonus for their employees was if they have their BMI uh, in that range. So they were basically pushing people to lose weight. They'll get more bonus.
Okay.
Imagine. Yes. So because your physical health will impact your mental health will impact your productivity and your overall mood and your overall quality of life, right? Yeah, I think I learn a lot from my clients as well, because they are 20 years in industry and 30 years in industry. They know the tricks of trade more. So I get to meet a lot of different people every day. Every single day I meet a lot of people, and every day is a learning experience, learning and fun experience both. So that really, gives me a new perspective every day. I'm looking forward to the day for that. And yes, as I said, I have found Zillionite is now a clear purpose in my life, which I did not have earlier. So it's a very, self-driven thing. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to sit and motivate yourself that today I don't have the mood. You have to do it because there is no other way, and you know that if you stop, everything will stop.
Okay.
So if you get going, then the entire thing will be, working. As simple as that. I would not say it's a mantra, but I feel everybody, as I said, all answers are within us. Be your own light. So rather than, listening to me or listening to my mantra, I mean, of course, you listen if you get something great, but you have a inner voice. Listen to that. That speaks with silence, that speaks beautifully. So all answers are within us. Be your own light. I would ask everyone to do that and follow it, and trust me, it will give you answers. Trust me, it will give you more light than you can ever imagine.
Thank you so much. I think speaking to you, I myself have found some pieces of advice that are really valuable, and I would personally like to incorporate. So, hope those who
Great.
listen to us get that motivation, get that inner light. They speak to themselves and learn from within themselves.
Absolutely. And for those who are still finding that difficulty, Zillionite is here to help you.
Of course, it is, yes. Thank you so much, ma'am. It was a pleasure to have you here. And
Likewise.
people who want to, of course, reach out to you, we'll share your link in the option box so that they can connect with you.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to never miss a video from us.